Well, I can actually say I have you beat. Because before they did that to you, I was locked out of my accounts for over 6 weeks. I wasn't able to draw any money from my accounts. I have a home mortgage with Chase. I have written to the Attorney General and got shit. So I don't even know if there's anybody that really does work in the Attorney General office. Money, I still, it psychologically have been so damaged by Chase that only now, because I have to get my taxes done, am I actually going to go through the hard copies. And they say, oh, it's all in your mind. Okay. After a year and a half, last week, finally got the app to work. Somebody in Chase decided to separate my mortgage from my accounts. Because of that, I had to have a new name in order to access my accounts, so they could put back in the mortgage. If they were so intelligent to be able to remove the mortgage from my accounts, one would think they would be intelligent enough to be able to put it back. First question is who in their right mind removed it to begin with? Gets better. Family trust. There was a point where they said, well, we can't keep the family trust. We only keep the face page and what have you. Okay. You got locked out of your account and they said you had to show proof. During the pandemic, I had to show. Sorry about that. Cat tail. She tells no tales. I had to show I was part of the family trust. Could not get a fucking dime out of my accounts. Someone owed me money, and because of that, I had money to live on because I could not get money out of my accounts. I have a 401k. Everybody at that bank knows me. But you see, that doesn't make any difference. It was a new word for me. The new word was imploded. Halfway through the 6 weeks of not having access to my money, I managed to find Dad's family trust, which is John and I were also in that family trust. By the way, Dad and John are both dead. So I am the family trust. They still haven't gotten the names correct on some of the accounts, though. And that's now, which is a year and a half later. Okay. Sorry, I just got lost track there for a moment. So, the loss of that, I had, when you said you called the special numbers, oh, I've called them more than once. I had one SOB say to me, well, you know what, lady? Your pension and your Social Security, those checks will be sent back. And we won't pay any of your payments. This is why right now it is difficult for me, because right now I really do have to go through those papers. And I still don't know who has or hasn't been paid. The one thing I do know, if you have auto pay from one of your accounts to pay the mortgage, who is the holder of that mortgage? Chase. Yeah, okay. I got a letter from the mortgage saying, excuse me, your mortgage hasn't been paid. So I called them. And I said, you haven't been paid? No. So they were so politely asked, who is your bank? Well, it's interesting you should ask. That's Chase. If I would hate to say that there's a Ponzi scheme going on in there, but if I can't get any results or help from the Attorney General, I get letters back from Chase saying, oh, we're taking care of it. We're taking care of it. You ain't taking care of shit. I had one bank, what do you call them? They're supposed to help you. Tell me on the phone, why don't you just pick up your accounts and move to another bank? I have a home loan with them. I have other accounts with them. And I have my 401k with them. They said that I took money out of an Amazon account. I knew I only owed X amount of dollars. Interesting enough, it went up considerably. I did that, by the way, that almost put me over the top so bad that I considered suicide. I really did, because of Chase and whatever. And then the Chase Bank was trying to say, oh, no, we're not involved with Amazon. No. Go away. We're not involved with them. But it says on the card, Amazon Chase card. So, they're only using Chase, or is Chase one of their benefactors? Not sure. However, if there is an investigation, please make me part of that investigation. People think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I have never had this much difficulty with a bank, ever. When the app was put in, I was forced into using a different name by Chase because they screwed up. Just now, a year and a half later, a little more than a year and a half later, they finally fixed that app, I think. One of the bankers tried with their technician. This was just after the 6 weeks I was locked out of my account. And with the banker. And she was great. She really was. She was the one that imploded the family trust, opened the account. I went to use the debit. I don't have any credit cards. I went to use a debit card and was locked out again. Curious. You have no idea. Went back to the bank and said, what is this? One of the upper Chase bankers told the banker that I was at, I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not going to give you my phone number. I'm not going to give you my email. And I don't have to open her account. There is something that is going on there. And if you think you had a lot to lose, I've already lost a lot. They've put me over the edge. I can't, at this moment, I can't prove it, but I can guarantee you that somebody has had their hand somehow in that account. So, in fact, I wanted to talk to a man that I overheard him talking to the banker. They closed his business account and swore to him that everything was going to be all cleared up and everything's going to be okay. What I heard him describe is exactly what they had done to me 2 months prior. Now, I noticed this was January 2021. Mine was in the middle of summer of 2020. And these people knew me. And one of them said, well, why don't you just close those accounts and open them? And it's like, what the fuck? Those are my accounts. Why should I have to do those things that you're telling me? Do you need to tell me that I need to close those things in order to whoever had their hand in my till or up whatever can continue somewhere else? Because you see, if I were to close that, so would the trace. So would the trace. But you know what? I did have to close the accounts and open up new ones because you can't have a dead man on your account. And if my dead husband were to receive a check that technically would belong to me, I can't cash it. Excuse me? Okay. So, when you're saying Chase, let's see, there are several other banks that have Ponzi schemes. And if you were to go back in time, I think it was 2008, if you remember the schemes that were done about grabbing properties and somehow coming out from those properties, the Senate had actually signed so that all those banks, Chase was one of them, that stole a lot of money from individuals that lost their homes from Chase. And our good voted in people, and guess what? Some of them are still there, signed and allowed a new bank to take over all of it so that like people like Chase could come out from under like, oh no, we weren't involved with that. No. Well, you know what? Do some background checking. You'll find that Chase had their hand in those homes that were stolen. So was this one of those cases where someone was trying to steal my house by separating it from my other accounts? I don't know. But if there's an investigation, please call me. They even sent me a letter saying, will we do this to account? It's like, wait a minute. When I called, he said credit card. Huh? Excuse me? Credit card? This wasn't a credit card. I don't have any credit cards. These are all debit cards. And so, for this reason, you locked all my accounts? Someone said, well, they do that kind of letter from the bank all the time. What's even worse is when the Attorney General accepted their lies. I am still dealing with it today. So, and I've told everybody, whether it's Amazon, what was interesting with Amazon, when I started posting so often, check your Amazon account. What was interesting there, a couple of friends that I have that said, it was really weird. They found a glitch and they sent me money back. Not me, but they sent them money back on their Amazon accounts. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I don't know. But you can always find me, even though other people have difficulty finding me. Just give me a ring.